Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 3, Ruined World, where, as you can see, this passage is explored, but I am actually outside of it. I decided to just attempt this fight, or these two fights, as it turned out, a couple more times, and, by a couple more times, I mean like 24 more times at least. I didn't really keep count. It just turned out that I was really lucky the first time around, because it took me easily 24 more attempts to defeat this first encounter a second time. It's just it could go south so easily. It came down to being extremely lucky with actually hitting it and not having it one-shot between 1 and 3 party members on the first turn. But even then, things could just get out of hand really quickly at any point. And it turns out the second encounter with that worm thing and 3 rats was much easier. It only took me 2 attempts to beat that. And I guess I could have, maybe I should have included that on video, but it wasn't any more exciting than you would expect. And also at that time I had developed, some sort of tunnel vision. I was just constantly reloading and retrying and reloading, and then suddenly I won before I really realized it. Anyway, yeah, no special reward, no special message, just the experience that you get from it. I don't think I got any animal skins this time around, so really nothing but the pure experience from those encounters. And we ended up with, I guess, about... Well, I suppose those I last checked after the first encounter, so we might have gotten about 150 or so experience from that, from those 2 encounters. Yeah. Right. Anyway, that's done. I'm gonna try and back off a little bit sooner if I encounter something similarly challenging again. And speaking of which, we have a party of goblins here, it looks like. Our spell energy is unfortunately pretty low. It seems like they're stationary, though. So I'll go ahead and... Oh, actually, also, we're still on day 1. Okay. Well, I haven't found out yet, of course, whether time passes just from doing things or after certain events happen. I guess we'll see. Our wounds do heal as we enter friendly settlements, like in the previous games. And it is now day 2. Huh. Okay, well, just for experimentation's sake, still day 2. Day 2, okay, So I guess that just happened to make time pass. I assume that they're really, that the game is really keeping count, and each turn you pass in the game makes a certain amount of time pass, and resting as you enter a friendly settlement probably just adds a whole bunch of hours to your count. And since that is the case, and I don't know, I can only assume that the passage of time must have some kind of influence on something. So I think it's probably in my best interest to try and use my time as efficiently as possible. So we'll see. Maybe these are not going to be that bad. After all, we are expected to fight goblins pretty early on. Not these specifically. These could be an elite troop, but oh, we can't even approach them from here. Okay. Oh, and they are moving. I guess they were trying to reach us this whole time, and we're just stuck behind that rock. Well, anyway, Goblin Warrior. Okay, so we have a Goblin Warrior and 4 regular goblins. Fair enough. Oh, also. Oh, well. I guess it's a bit too late now. I completely forgot that I already spec'd her into dual wielding, so yeah, also this is obviously causing her even a even greater to-hit penalty than I was considering. So she's at -30? No, -25. Right. 10, 10, 5, yeah. Which obviously was responsible for her terrible hit chance against that Vapor Rat and the Crawler also. So I should probably just go ahead and give her a second sword instead, so at least she deals a bit more damage. Okay, good. The Goblin Warrior is definitely going to be the bigger threat here, but we'll see. Okay, good. Got it dazed. Gonna shield chant. I'm actually gonna pass your turns so we can start a fresh turn with all of us, and let's just focus on this guy. Okay. Even with all her penalties, we have a 72% hit chance against this guy. So that tells me that he's not actually all that bad. In fact, what was the hit chance? Oh, okay. 95 for Kiar. Oh, actually 74 for her. No, wait. Yes. So only 2% more against the regular goblin. So maybe there isn't such a big difference between the goblin warrior and regular goblins at all. Yeah, he has 93%. Yeah, just 2% less. Which is interesting. So I think 95% is the maximum you can have. There's always going to be a 5% chance to miss, and I think there's always going to be at least 20% chance to hit anything. It might be 20%, might be less, but yeah, no matter how good or bad your stats are, or how big the level difference between you and the enemy, you'll always have a certain maximum and a certain minimum amount to, to hit chance. So that's nice. Actually, yeah, nice. But it's interesting that Kiara just happens to be at exactly 95% with those regular goblins. Whoops. Didn't necessarily mean to do that, but that's okay. We won't be able to reach those at all, and I am going to conserve my mana. Okay, they both woke up. Huh. Take that. Wow. Yeah, I still need to be careful with my spellcasters. Getting them in danger, but hit points do get fully restored on the world map. Spell points, unfortunately, do not. However, we did get something to sell out of this, even if it's not worth a whole lot. So that's nice. Okay, yeah. So hit points do refill. And just out of curiosity, yeah, we are still on day 1, so resting must have actually added quite a bit of time, compared to just traveling overland. Also, it turns out that this world map, or this, underworld map, really isn't very large at all, since we are already most of the way to Portal Fort. Of course, it is quite a bit taller than it is wide. Or longer than it is wide, I guess. So there's that. Ah, right, I wanted to give her a second sword. Assuming we can use that, yes. Both weapons will be less effective. Not sure if that affects hit chance as well. It definitely reduces damage, but we should still deal more damage overall. I am going to keep this extra equipment, I guess. The shield, if I feel like that I need it, and eventually we'll have enough. Oh, actually, we do have enough, yes. Since the shield actually weighs 12 pounds? Yeah, okay. A lot more than the sword. So now we have a ranged option for her. That's nice. Early on, not having any points in it, in ranged weapons, will not actually matter that much in terms of hit chance, so it might come in handy to have that ranged attack option. Special encounter. A familiar sight comes into view. The Portal Fortress. Right, of course, we've seen that before. Well, technically, our characters have. Inside it is the huge teleporter, which is the only route from Deep Avernum to Upper Avernum and back. The raw magical energy of the place makes your scalp tingle, even from out here. Interestingly, we have not come across that carrier along the way. Well, we haven't really checked on the other side of the road yet, or on the road itself. You meet a guard patrol watching the area around the Portal Fortress. You remember seeing them when you headed east to Fort Emergence. As they pass you, they nod cordially. You hear them mutter among themselves. You hear one of them say, "Weren't they going to the surface? I wish I was going up there." You don't hear what they say after that. Okay. I mean, I kind of feel like exploring the overworld a bit, and not heading right into the next indoor location right away. So, yeah, I'll keep looking around out here first. Portal Fortress West, New Kotra North, right? Seriously, though, where could this courier be? Maybe here. Although that does seem to be pretty far away from the road. I wonder what he was doing there, if that is where he died. But it is the only interesting looking location I can see right here. You find a large group of lizards at the base of the cave wall. They are clustered around the ruins of a merchant's cart, and they still wear the shredded remains of leather harnesses. Wait, what? Giant lizards? Oh, leather harnesses, right, okay, of course. It's a common story. A merchant loses control of his beasts. They are irascible creatures, notoriously hard to control. And then they fled to here, dragging their cart along with them. Claws, once trimmed, have grown back, really. They look angry and hungry. If you stay near them, they could attack at any minute. Well, I mean, let's at least test the waters, right? And see how much tougher they are than we can handle. Okay, 35% hit chance. Oh god. Well, yeah, that was a little bit more than I can handle. Of course, let's see here. 6. Okay, you can't shoot at more distant enemies, even while enemies are next to you. That's good to know. Right, we cannot daze. That costs 8 energy. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. If we had enough to cast daze at least once, we might have a chance. You know, by not having to fight all of them at once. But early on, it's really almost impossible to fight that many enemies. As soon as more than maybe 2 of them attack the same character, they're probably going to die. You're not going to be able to heal them fast enough. Yeah, where is the courier? Where could they possibly be? Maybe here? No? I don't see any locations that look out of the ordinary at all. There is not a whole lot between Fort Emergence and the Portal Fort. I mean, there's this, I guess. Oh, I did not even see those. That's just 3 of them, though, so that might work out. Oh. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Oh no. Didn't kill one of them. This is dangerous. Well, okay, we have those javelins. Oh no, I missed. That's really unfortunate. But we do get another attack and we miss again. Yeah, that's a bummer. She's dead. Well, if I hadn't missed multiple times in a row, we probably would have won that one. Alright, I save here. Yeah, I mean, according to the quest description, we shouldn't have to wander this far to the north. The courier may have gotten lost somewhere between the Portal Fort and Fort Emergence. Yeah, again, I mean, there isn't really much room to get lost at all. So that's a bit mysterious. I guess they didn't give me a quest pointer on purpose. I mean, we might get some hint in the Portal Fortress. Maybe we should ask around there. Oh, there's something. Yeah, okay, maybe that is actually him. It certainly does look like a body. Of course, there's no telling who that body belonged to. These are probably friendly. There are more goblins or goblinoids. I can't really tell who they are. Probably also Evernites. I mean, they wouldn't be Empire troops. So, they could be bandits, though. We know the bandit lair is near. Let's go talk to these guys. You meet a band of alert soldiers carefully guarding this crossroads. When you approach, they tell you to watch out. Apparently, there has been some bandit activity to the north. I wonder if the bandits would be wandering this close to the Evernite soldiers here. Maybe. Beware of goblins. Right. Just out of curiosity, the lair should be... yeah, this looks like fetishes. This is probably it. This corridor stinks. The bones and trash scattered everywhere are clear signs to your keen adventurous senses. There's a goblin infestation nearby. Well, as we've seen, we can deal with goblins pretty easily. That is, if we are at our full strength, which we are not currently. Oh. Uh-oh. Are they actually following us? I think they are. Well, okay, there we go. That was awkward. I couldn't. I couldn't click directly on the enemies. You have to click on an empty space, but obviously there wasn't one. And yeah, that was a bit awkward. Cave crawlers, huh? I think those are the... actually, I'm not sure if those are the same kind that was in that second group. Maybe not. These might be weaker. They definitely seem to die easier. Oh no. Yeah, they definitely deal a lot less damage. Oh no, that was a crit? Seriously? Oh man, so unlucky. So unlucky. Oh. Dang it. Okay, right. Never quick saved anywhere else, that's fine. Didn't really do anything else. Talk to these guys. Yep, bandits. Okay, I want to see if I can at least take out these lizards here. I feel like we should, and that might be the courier there. I would really like to finish one of these, or another one of these early game quests. You know, you wait here. Ouch. I should have shot. I wasn't thinking. Okay. Yep, you're gonna attack. No crit, no cleave, unfortunately. Yeah, I would like to cast protection, but I have to heal and hope for the best. We missed. Please don't attack her. Okay, good, good. So far, so good. Kill it. Well, attack. Heal her. And please survive. Oh god, this is so sketchy. Well, I got an extra shot. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Well, okay, I can... What? Oh, he doesn't have a melee weapon. I forgot to give him one of the daggers. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, don't have any battle disciplines. Well, okay. Just wait, I suppose. Still have some mana left. She has 15 hit points. Unless it crits, she should survive. Oh, or she crits and kills it. Wow, that was really close. Grab, no loot. And you find the body of an unfortunate Avernite courier. Yes. I mean, this is not really an occasion to celebrate, but it seems like we will have our quest success here. She must have been chased down and trapped here by a pack of giant lizards. The things are a constant and lethal menace. Nearby, you notice a pile of stones with a sack poking out from under them. A brief inspection reveals a sack of papers from Avernum. The poor victim's last action must have been to hide her package. Wow. Take it. Lost papers. You briefly inspect the papers. They are addressed to Theresa in Fort Emergence. Judging from the date, the package is several weeks late. Wow, several weeks. You'd think that they would have found someone to look into that matter a bit sooner. But I guess not. Oh. Well, I was going to... Ooh. They have a wolf from the surface. How did they get that? Huh. Well, anyway. Ah, goddammit, I forgot to hand over the dagger again. Well, whatever. It shouldn't matter, so long as we get a chance to shoot first, ask questions later. Well, you're basically out of mana. This costs only 1 though. Okay, good to know. Still extremely spammable. Let's see here. Give that iron dagger to him, because you really don't need a melee weapon, at least not right now. Attack that wolf. Uh-oh. Attack that wolf and please kill it. Okay, good. A little bit worried about that one. Ouch. Okay. I'm assuming that this takes action points. Well, maybe, but not very many. Okay, nice, nice. Well, step back just in case. You too. Yeah, whatever. This costs 4. Yeah, okay. But it also deals pretty good damage. Should the warrior? Actually, yeah, I didn't even pay attention, but I should have. Okay, one last heal. Nice, thanks for the miss. Finish off the warrior. Shoot. Okay, yeah, goblins are super easy. Thank goodness. Grab, no loot unfortunately, but some much needed experience. In fact, we're slowly getting there. Just over halfway through, halfway to level 2. It's definitely going to be a noticeable improvement as soon as that happens. Just to find out. At first these men looked like traveling merchants, perhaps bringing goods to Fort Emergence. When they get close and draw their weapons, however, you realize that they are bandits. There is about a dozen of them. Okay, that's unfortunate. The leader says, well now, if it isn't an adventurer, and not any old adventurer either, but the heroic surface explorer. Gossip about your arrival must have gotten around. Well, since you're so mighty, you can surely spare a few coins to help out a few lowly travelers, yes? The tone of his voice indicates that refusal to help will be greeted with open hostility. This group of bullies looks pretty tough. You doubt you will be able to beat them in a fight for now. Huh. I wonder if this message actually changes once you become more powerful, but probably not. Pay a total of 10 coins. I mean, that's really cheap. But I'm not smart. And I like my money. Also, I wonder if you can actually run away from these. Maybe possible. We'll see. Well, these guys are definitely very high level for us. Can you actually get away? Ow. Ow. Yeah. Whatever. Nope. No way to... Yep, okay. Outdoor combat. Don't end until all foes are dead. Okay, well, that's not very nice. Okay, let's definitely get away from those for now. Okay, we know that the goblin lair is there, but instead of returning to Fort Emergence, although I would like to turn in that quest, I'm going to go ahead and visit the portal fort. There's still a good chance that we'll pick up a quest or two there. Nope, wrong button. Okay, it is day 2 in the meantime. And I don't know if there's a message. There might be a message in chat when a new day breaks, but of course that would have been lost in all the other messages in this case. You return to the Portal Fortress, the tower where everyone arrives in Upper Avernum. You recall that the huge hall to the southwest contains a powerful teleporter. It carries people and supplies to and from the Tower of Magi down in Avernum. Well, I'm like 99% sure that we're... Oh, nice shield that I don't need. I'm 99% sure that we're not going to return to the main caves of Avernum from the previous games, which is okay. You know, we've had basically the same terrain layout for 2 games in a row, so I'm definitely fine with seeing some new places. Oh, nice! Wow, that was a very fortunate cleaving attack. I like it. Sure. Have some shield chant. Ow. Oh, you still can't attack. Derp. Well, just skip your turn, I suppose. Heal. Healing takes only 3. Okay, good. Oh, well, actually I could have used that dagger. In fact, goddammit, I keep trying to press I to open the inventory. Open junk bag, take one of these out, give it to the mage. So, there you go. Now everyone has a melee weapon, in case we need one. Oh, and we have the classic hidden passage. Oh. You think that there's a concealed control here, but you can't figure out how to get it to work. Really? Does that need tool use, or... Huh, that's interesting. I don't remember if we ever saw that kind of situation in the previous games, where a switch... where we couldn't operate a switch, unless it was a very clearly some special mechanism that needed something else to happen first. Interesting. Okay, no one to talk to here. There's Julio. Or Julio. You meet a small, heavily muscled man with dark skin and a quick eye. So, Julio, presumably. He wears dark clothes, a black hood, and a wicked sword. He blows. He blows. He bows sharply. I gladly greet you, explorer. I'm Julio, traveler. Julio, traveler? Wait, are you Julio and call me traveler, or are you Julio, a traveler? Your job is what exactly? I'm an explorer. I make maps, that sort of thing. Oh, I like mapping. Where have you explored? I traveled from one end of Avernum to the other, looking for a route to the surface. I swore an oath, you see. What was your oath? A sacred one. I promised I'd never rest until I saw the light of day again. Good, honest sunlight. And it looks like I'll finally get a chance, even if I have to sneak out through Fort Emergence to do it. Why are you thinking of sneaking out? They aren't letting anyone out until they know it's safe, they say. Well, hell with that. I've been in prison down here for long enough. If I die, fine. I can deal with that. But damn it, I'll die in the sun. Well, I mean, if they catch you trying to sneak out, chances are you'll die before you see the sun, but I guess I can understand your feeling. What kinds of maps have you made? You probably have one of my maps. I'm the one who mapped out these caves up here. Oh, okay, cool. I also made the only map we have of the area above. We haven't even been up there, but we have a map. But bet you're wondering how we did that. In fact, I have been wondering, yeah. So maybe those first expeditions really didn't come back and bring back any info. I guess that would make sense, or else why would they be so desperately reliant on our services? Even though we're clearly inferior, as they have made sure we know. How can you map a region you've never seen? Yeah, that seems difficult at best. Magic! A mage managed to give me a split-second magical view of the land above Fort Emergence, from way, way up. From that, I made the map. Pretty amazing, huh? It's a remarkable feat. You wonder, or one has to wonder why that isn't employed much more often. Yes, indeed. I drew a whole map from a tiny glance. Excellent work, if I do say so myself. Indeed. Huh. Can I get one of these remarkable maps? I mean, I already have one, but... He looks suspicious. You're unspecified services, right? Any maps you're authorized to get, you can get from Annex Commander, back in Fort Emergence. I wouldn't know what information I'm allowed to give you. Okay, fair enough. Well, again, we already have those maps. This one, specifically. Alright, Fort Emergence, yep. Okay, well, that was an interesting encounter. Guest quarters. Right. Don't mind me. Oh, there are several comfortable unused beds in this room. You could probably get a few hours of uninterrupted rest here if you wanted. Not that that's ever going to be necessary. I mean, we are hurt right now, but we are going to heal as soon as we step out of here. Oh, also, I should probably... Or I might as well get that out of the way. That costs 12. Well, it's not cheap, but I think it's worth it to have that active at all times. Yes. So anyway, just looking for free stuff, things that aren't clearly labeled as belonging to anyone, I suppose. Oh, Slazarikai Dawn, value 100. Books are plentiful on the surface. Blah blah blah. Okay, looks like the description for all books might always be the same. You crack open the book and flip through it. Dawn of the Slazarikai. Little is known of these demon creatures of the underworld. They were first discovered by the criminal vermin sent down to Avernum, where they were beaten into submission, for now. What is known is that they are vicious and cannibalistic, barely capable of language or reason. All in the Empire should do anything they can to watch for these demon beasts and make sure none of them ever set foot on our beautiful surface. Ha, too late. At least 2 of them already have, you jerks. Oh, hello, Denise. A young female mage sits at her capewood desk, reading a scroll. She looks irritated by your intrusion. I'm Denise. Leave me alone. Sorry to intrude. What do you do here? I mean, wouldn't it be more polite and more reasonable to just leave, actually? Oh well. Look, what do I have to say or do to get some studying time alone? As if I didn't already have enough problems. Problems, you say? What are you studying? What's it to you? You don't think everyone gains magical abilities by killing monsters, do you? don't they? I just asked an innocent question. You don't have to insult me. Some of us don't want to go around butchering poor creatures all the time. We get our skill through good, honest work, so buzz off. Okay, sure. But, what was that about you having problems? Perhaps I can help. She slams her book shut in anger. However, this time she doesn't seem angry at you. I left an amulet down in the Tower of Magi, a valuable focusing aid. They rushed me along to come up here, and I forgot it. Now, that bureaucrat Celis won't let me retrieve it, and I can't go on to my post without it. I take it you don't like this Celis person? I'm bound to go to the Tower of Magi sooner or later. Really? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you do go back down. That would make this game really, really large. If you get to explore it. Even only part of the main cave of Avernum. Interesting. Okay, I take it you don't like this Celis person. I hope she gets an infection. A special sort of infection. She gives an unnerving smile. Okay. What post are you heading for? Look, I'm unspecified services, like you. I can't talk about it. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't talk to you. Really? I mean, this is so weird. Shouldn't we... I mean... Okay, sure, secrecy and all that, but... We're still colleagues working for the same secret service. Let's assume that maybe I'll get to the Tower of Magi. And if I do, I guess I'll help you. She perks up. Can you really get to the tower? Yeah, no idea, but, just in case. If you can bring me back my amulet from the Tower of Magi, I'll make it worth your while. Cool, fair enough. Find Denise's amulet. Also, look into Denise's private coffer. Carol, hello. You meet a very tall, dignified woman. Her face and short dark hair are starting to bear the signs of middle age. She's grinding up some herbs and roots. She stands to greet you. I'm Carol, a healer of the Hammer clan. Hamer clan. Do you require my assistance? How do you serve this fort? She indicates the herbs and poultices that surround her. I'm a healer, brought near the surface to exert my skills. Are you glad to be here? My husband and I were brought up to serve here. The work is hard but satisfying. I'm only a little disappointed. Who's your husband? My husband, Tor. Oh, of course. Yeah, we know Tor, and I guess... Well, yeah. I wouldn't have remembered her name, but... I guess, now that I think about it, we must have met her too. My husband Tor looks after the supplies. She smiles. It's what he does best. Why are you disappointed? She sighs. I did so want to see the surface and not be cooped up in yet another cave. Oh well, I believe if I'm patient, I may yet emerge above ground. Well, if all goes as planned, we all may. I mean, we already have, but, the rest of you. The less privileged, and less likely to die horribly, to be fair. Okay, so no quest from her. So, don't mind me taking that beaker. You don't seem to be using that. It's all going to a good cause, I swear. Wait, is there a shovel? Well, no, I'm not gonna pick up random stuff, random junk, just on the off chance that it'll be useful for something. Hello, Jake. You meet an archer of Avernum polishing a fine cavewood bow with practiced fingers. His armor bears captain's insignia, and his face bears the expression of one who'd rather be anywhere else. He nods brusquely. Captain Jake. Ready for battle? I'll need to be. When the Empire finds where Fort Emergence is hidden, and they will, we'll all have to fight. Are you passing through or stationed here? He seems irritated at the interruption. I'm going to Fort Emergence. Fort Emergence isn't far. Why are you going there? There to serve again under old dear Commander Johnson. What? There to serve again? That sentence doesn't seem complete or anything. I don't know. What do you think of Commander Johnson? He looks to make sure nobody's listening. Well, I can tell you because you're unspecified services and won't count for spit in the end. I've served under that vile old bastard before in Fort Dovno. He's vicious and cruel, from his hair to his toes. Yeah, tell me about it. I've been working for him? Not exactly. I mean, I have a quest from him. I haven't done it yet. Going out to hunt and kill, no doubt. It's his only way. Where is Fort Dovno? Little town in Avernum. What does it matter? What do you have against our department? Mark my words, they can make all the pretty words they want about our meeting the Empire and talking to them and coexisting on the surface or whatever. But Johnson is in charge at the fort, and the fort is where all the big decisions will be made. Remember that. This will all end in blood. Lots of it. With that, he turns away. Well, unfortunately, he may be right about that. Surely one of these mini containers must have something that I can take, right? Well, I wasn't necessarily talking about that kind of stuff, but... Oh. Yes, please. Oh, some pretty crystals here. Oh. There are 4 huge crystal pillars here. They look nearly identical to the 2 magical crystals which power the portal to the southwest. Each of these 4, however, has a large crack or flaw. They must be the failed efforts to make a power crystal. They are very heavy things. That must be why they're still here. Okay. Yoink. Oh, answers. Not bad. Okay. I mean, towels are useful. Crucial even to any adventurer. But I'll try to get along without them. For now. Administration and unspecified services. Oh, okay. That's us. Hello. This room is filled with papers, journals, booklets, maps, schedules, inventories, and people manipulating, studying, reading, writing on, shredding, crying over, and generally dealing with these records. This must be where the fort's planning takes place. Okay. Hello. Kellner, that's another name I recognize. You meet a solemn and attentive mage in elegant clothes. Traces of grey are starting to appear in his hair. He walks up and formally greets you, surrounded by an aura of authority. Welcome back, adventurer. I'm Kellner, Chief Administrator of the Portal Fortress. Can I help you? What do you do here? He waves at his surroundings. As I said, I am the Chief Administrator. I coordinate all comings and goings for the Portal Fortress. It's sort of a promotion from my Tower of Magi post. Why do they call this the Portal Fortress? Wow, here we go again with the super obvious questions. Questions. But sure. Because this fort houses the passage through which Evernites come to the surface, and through which we can sometimes return, as you probably guessed since you originally came up from the Tower of Magi to here. Right. I don't know why I asked. Do you like your job? It's a tough job running this place with so many people coming up and so many supplies coming up to keep track of, and some people wanting to return to the underworld as well, but it beats being in the tower. So I can return to Avernum if I want to? Yes, sometimes people can return. You should speak with Celis. She's by the portal. She coordinates all of that. Okay. What is a Chief Administrator? A fancy way of saying that I run the place, but all the pests in the military still get to boss me around. So would you consider me a pest? Sorry, I meant no disrespect. Plus, officially, you are not part of the military. You are part of unspecified services, a much subtler and less intrusive organization. Well, okay, finally someone who recognizes that we're not that bad. Are you looking to hire an adventurer? He laughs. That takes me back. I remember a few years ago some adventurers asked me that, and I had them wipe out some serpent cult. But now, even if I had something you could do, I wouldn't ask you. You are the surface explorers. Your time is too valuable to be spent running my errands. What happened to those adventurers? Their courage eventually gained them a fair amount of fame and wealth. They are still down in Avernum, still fighting our enemies. I can rest easier being up here, knowing they're down there, looking after things. That's nice to know. Okay. Oh, what? I know I should feel bad for taking away these people's stuff, but, you know, if they forget to label their things, what can I do? There are several parchment scrolls on these shelves. You examine them briefly. They are covered with strange writing. Try to decipher. On this stone lectern you find a long, vellum scroll covered with neat, careful writing. Unfortunately, it is all gibberish. Not a single word of it has any meaning to you. You replace it on its pedestal. Very strange. I wonder. I'm pretty sure that traditionally... Well, it is marked, so it definitely means something. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that traditionally spell scrolls actually told you how much arcane lore you needed to decipher them, so maybe this is something else? Pedestal is not magical. It looks more like a work of history with large, colorful illustrations. Potentially interesting. Read the book. On the Vanatai people. Okay. Maybe this is just info for people who haven't played the previous game, but let's read it anyway. The Vanatai, pronounced Vanatai, yes, are a very interesting race, only recently discovered and barely understood. They are friendly, however, and great allies to the people of Avernum. They are purely a people of the caves, living in tunnels far below Avernum. They live in ecologies maintained by magic. When they have used up the nutrients of their lands, they hibernate en masse for centuries while the land restores itself. Their magic is powerful and based on the use and shaping of crystals. Most amazingly, the souls of their most powerful and valued ancestors are brought back to life in the form of large blue crystals called crystal souls. It was because of these souls that we first discovered the Vanatai. The Empire learned of them before us and stole 3 of their crystal souls. A band of brave Avernum adventurers recovered the souls, proving our good intentions. In return, the Vanatai joined our side and helped turn the tide of the Empire War. They have fought beside us and are invaluable allies. Okay, on dragons. When Avernum was discovered, it contained strange and wondrous creatures in it. Most amazing of these were the dragons. Most dragons on the surface were killed by the Empire. 5 dragons lived in Avernum. They were siblings, children of a mated pair we know nothing of. Motrax was the eldest and the best friend to humankind. Alas, he died as the result of wounds suffered during the Empire War. Most powerful was Sulfras. She was taken prisoner by the Empire during the Empire War. When Evernites rescued her, she slew many Empire soldiers, restored her horde, and disappeared. Her current location is unknown. Pyrog was an enemy to Avernum and had to be slain by humans not long before Hawthorne was assassinated. Aethron is a recluse by nature and hasn't been heard from for years. I guess canonically we didn't kill her. Finally, Koth was known to have a huge appetite for learning and an awesome library. However, he had the ill fortune to be captured by the Empire and forced to aid them with his learning. After the Empire War, he was nowhere to be found. Okay. So he might also be around somewhere. On the history of Avernum. The history of Avernum is long and complicated, but may still be easily summarized. It was discovered by Empire magicians several decades ago. A band of soldiers and great heroes was teleported down to explore this new wondrous land. This first expedition was slaughtered to a man and woman. Later, the Empire had the idea of using Avernum as a dumping ground for undesirables. Misfits and magical creatures alike were sent through a one-way teleporter into Avernum. Among these were several powerful mages, all of whom were at the losing end of a political struggle. These were Solberg and Patrick, Roan and Linda. And most importantly, Erica. They imprisoned the demon Grahoth, who ruled the caverns, and formed a nation which they called Avernum as a constant reminder that this was not our true home. Erica, the most powerful of the mages, however, was not content. Her hatred of the Empire was absolute, and she masterminded a plan to assassinate Hawthorne, the brilliant and vicious ruler of the surface world. The result was bloody vengeance. Garzad, master archmage of the surface world, led an invasion force down into Avernum. The troops who teleported down waged the Empire War, a conflict that ravaged Avernum. Through the help of the Vanatai, however, we won the Empire War and slew the invaders. Our future is now uncertain, but with our new allies, perhaps we may stride boldly forward to a wondrous destiny. Alright, that pretty much sums it up. Hello. Hey, Walner. All kinds of familiar faces here. You meet a short, portly man with blonde hair, just visible under his cowl. His fingers are stained with ink, and a variety of pens protrude from his pockets. He holds a pen in his hand now, ringed with an unusual rainbow design. He looks up at you as you approach. Greetings, I'm Walner, a sage and part-time alchemist. What is your job here in the fort? I'm a sage. As soon as I heard about the surface portal, I came here to see what the fuss was about. Sages are always welcome wherever they go. People of learning and magic are needed up here more than anything. Soon I will emerge and study the surface. While I wait, I study in the library. What's the use of sitting around and learning? Knowledge is its own sort of power. Learning to deal with the new things we'll encounter and magic to defend ourselves from them. Soon I will be out on the surface, helping us to relearn what we need to survive up there. Are many Evernites interested in coming up here? As you can guess, almost everyone below wants to come up here. The chance to see the surface again is making people frantic. However, only so many can be brought up at a time. He grins. Of course, when getting a birth, it helps to have certain skills. What kinds of skills does a sage have? Well, I try to know a little about everything. Also, I'm an alchemist of some skill. Are you teaching any alchemy right now? I'm not teaching, but I can put my skills in your service. For example, I can make brews which can heal the imbiber or make them strong or even double his speed. Well, that's probably a bit out of my reach financially, but good to know. What does the rainbow design on your pen mean? He holds up the rainbow pen. Oh, this! Call it a symbol of a symbol of pride. Okay. Huh? Should I know what that means? Is that a reference to anything? Rainbow pen. I don't know. Can you make a potion for me? It is one of my specialties. If you have foraged any lichen or moss or fungi with the proper properties, you can show them to me. If they are fresh enough, I can make something for you. For example, if you brought me healing herbs in adequate quantities, I could make you healing or curing potions. Even better, with the right mix of herbs, I could make a brew to speed you up in combat or restore your magical energy. Very useful. Much in demand. Okay, right now I can only make curing potion, and that's, of course, one of the least desirable potions, unfortunately. He said something about his pen. We can make potions. Yep, sure can, man. Oh, I mean, I wasn't going to steal these vases, of course. Never would I dream of desecrating some sort of shrine. What is this? Energizing chamber. Do not operate without protective gear. See Kellner for instruction. Huh. Okay. Save the game just in case. Someone has placed a steel box in the middle of a magic circle to the west. The box is edged with lines of strange symbols. Some of them glow. The room feels unusually warm. There is a lever next to you. You wonder if it has something to do with the box. Huh. This is definitely not something I should tamper with at all. Okay. It's empty now. I did save the game though. Oh. Still nothing. Oh, there's protective gear here. Huh. Well, we can take that. They don't encumber, right? No. Well, let's close that for now. Kellner, you say. Oh, there's a strange platform in a room nearby. What is it? Oh, we can also ask him about the book I just saw. It's very interesting. We're doing research to figure out how to easily place enchantments on items. Fascinating stuff. Vanity magic. But what isn't? You place something you wield or wear, like armor or a blade, into the box in the middle of the circle. Then you pull the lever and your item will be filled with energy. Feel free to use it. You're important enough, but choose carefully. The machine is only charged up enough for one use. Oh. Any advice on how to use it? Only put one item into the box at a time. If you try to bless more than one item at once, the results can be unpredictable. Also, only put something in there if you're sure you want it blessed. The device will make a sword more dangerous. Its effect on, say, a shovel can be less satisfying. Right. I mean, I suppose even all my curiosity couldn't have led me to put something useless in there. Of course, now I am somewhat intrigued whether something is actually going to happen if you try doing that. Also, I wonder if I already wasted my one chance. Oh, actually, they float around and fade away without doing anything. But, I mean, okay, it seems like we can flip the lever as many times as we want, so long as there isn't anything in there. Only one chance, though, huh? Well, I found a strange scroll in the library. It's all gibberish. He looks it over. Then he shrugs. Tell me about it. A lot of the works here don't make any sense. We mostly keep them around for the paper. I can't help you. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. What is this? Reservoir. Excretion will be dealt with severely. Excretion. Okay. I mean, I wasn't planning to excrete into the reservoir. The small laboratory is well lit with torches. It's very quiet and dusty. Not much gets done here now. The chisels, hammers, and other tools indicate that these chambers were used for. This is the crystal shaping chamber. Humans borrowed many magical techniques from the Vanatai, all of them involving various sorts of crystals. The portal to the west is powered by a pair of huge magical crystals made here with Vanatai aid. And presumably... Oh, Okay, we can at least pick up some of the less valuable crystals here. And also these gloves. Slowly but surely completing our set of very basic equipment, at least. An invisible force holds a crystal upright and perfectly still on this platform. The magic must hold the stone ready for precise cutting. Oh. As expected, we are not allowed to take those. We can take the flawed crystals, though. Wow. You think that there is a concealed control here, but you can't figure out how to get it to work. Again. Now I really wonder if you need more tool use to be able to operate certain switches. In the center of this cavern, you see the portal through which you arrived in Upper Avernum. It's 10 feet high, glows with intense energy, and even at this distance makes your skin tingle. A mage with a journal stands in front of it. It was frightening to go through it the first time. You don't feel too enthusiastic about being near it again. Its constantly shifting surface bathes everything around it in a sickly blue light. Oh, that's Celis, of course. Oh, fish. Fish can be sold. As can animal skins. And bags of meal. And meat. At least some meat. Other meat is not free to take. Several buckets of water have been placed here for safety reasons. Apparently, if the portal explodes, destroying all of Upper Avernum, someone will first throw a gallon of water onto it. Good to know. But I really was trying to get here. Ooh, wow. How generous. Portal technician, okay. These would be the control panels then. What are these, books? Yes. Teleport nodes. 3 of them, and they're really valuable and free to take. Wow. You crack open the book and flip through it. This book contains instructions and notes for the operation of the teleporter in the portal fortress. The notes are complex enough to thoroughly boggle your mind. You gain nothing from reading them. Fair enough. But I will gain much from selling them. Huh. It's interesting that they would be free to take. I guess I'll sell 3 of them and put this with the other books, just in case it's needed for something. Probably not, though. You meet the technician in charge of operating the portal. It's an incredibly difficult and stressful job, and it has taken its toll. The moment he sees you, he says, "What are you doing up here? No adventurers up here. Get away. You'll destroy everything. You'll kill us all." Whoa, chill. Oops. There. There are a host of buttons and control runes on this pedestal. They must control the portal below. Perhaps with your cunning and magical experience, you might be able to figure out how to operate them. Yeah, I don't think so. However, I'm not very smart. Attempt to operate the controls. You barely manage to touch them before a massive guard grabs your hand. The technician on duty says, "You're going to kill us all if you keep that up." You're pushed away. Okay, fair enough. You stand before this powerful portal. It is not that large, but 2 massive crystals made with Vanity magic focus huge amounts of energy into it. It is powerful enough to take you across or far under the world, if that is what you want. Step into it. You start to walk towards the portal. When you do, Celis yells, "Stop!" and guards run up to restrain you. You are marched quickly away from the portal. Celis walks up to you annoyed. "What did you think you were doing? You must get permission specifically from me to use the portal. Said permission you do not have. Now back off." The guards release you and give you nasty looks. Fair enough. That's pretty much what I expected. Hello, Celis. A neatly dressed mage stands between you and the intense loop of energy that is the surface portal. She holds a thick notebook. The energy of the portal makes her hair stand almost straight up. "Welcome back, adventurer. I'm Celis, overseer of the portal. Please be careful and don't use the portal without my direction." Right. What are you responsible for? My title is Portal Overseer. I look after the portal, watch out for power surges, and direct those arriving from Avernum. Also, when someone wants to use the portal, it is I they must give their request to, and I who give permission. Is your job difficult? It's a tricky job. So many want to use the portal for so many reasons. What exactly is so tricky? The portal takes a lot of energy and can only send so many people and supply crates in a day. Most of its energy goes to bringing up as many people as possible. Access for other purposes, most of which are generally deemed frivolous, is limited. That is why anyone who wishes to use the portal must request permission from me. What would you consider a frivolous request? Visiting friends and family, retrieving something you forgot, like amulets for example, that sort of thing. Portal energy is just too limited to spend on non-vital things. That's unfortunate. But also not unexpected. What are all these supplies? Food, weaponry, and so forth. All sent up from Avernum. We can't send out raiders onto the surface to look for goods for fear of the Empire detecting us. Alas, we must bring most of our equipment up from below. Even the terrible food and ale? Salus sighs. Even the terrible food and ale. Can I use the portal? She checks her journal and shakes her head. Sorry, you have no official business down below, so I can't let you use the portal. Maybe you could go back down if you show an examiner you've done something impressive. Oh, really? So I may eventually gain the right to return to Avernum? If I solve enough quests? Interesting. Well, okay. For now, we won't be able to help what's her face with her portal, but or her amulet, but eventually we actually might. Oh, nope, not worth anything. Oh, what is this actually? A bronze spear. Okay, actually we might have seen this before. Got more of those lying around. Hello, random guard. Of course. Not even these boots. Wow, you're stingy. Nope. Yes. Thank you. So bored. Yeah. Okay, so we checked out these storerooms. Well, obviously there is something... Oh! I never tried the store, did I? But it is difficulty 6. Okay. And who knows what that button will eventually do once I'm smart enough to press it. Or something. Okay, it looks like we've been everywhere. So we ended up with another quest, but we can't do that, unfortunately. But we have solved this one. So I guess I'll quickly return to Fort Emergence, although maybe I shouldn't, in the interest of not wasting more time than absolutely necessary. We are somewhat refreshed now. Actually, we are pretty much fully refreshed. So I should spend my resources wisely and explore a bit more of the surface, at least. Maybe even check out the goblin lair. We don't have to clear it in one go either. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll go ahead and tackle a couple of these overworld encounters, and then depending on our shape, I might go ahead and check out the Goblin Caves before I return to Fort Emergence and turn in that quest we solved, the courier quest. But for the time being, I'll make a cut here. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.